Hi, this is just a preface before I start the video that this video is extremely deep. So if you have trouble understanding deeper topics, I would advise you to maybe wait a little while before you watch this video. I pray that you listen to my words. I know it's a longer video, but I pray that you find something in this video that can help you in your situation you're going through. This is the first video where I'm really vulnerable, so I pray that you can see what I'm trying to convey in this video. Hello, so I thought I'd share what I've been learning in my little journal. A lot of what I've been learning focuses on sharing my knowledge with other people, despite how I feel, because a lot of the trauma I've been through has taught me against sharing with other people for fear of being shut down or for fear of judgment. So I'm just going to share some things. Hopefully some of this resonates with you. If not, oh well. But hopefully it does. So pretty much I started off this journaling session, which was really deep. So I have literally pages. But I asked myself, what's stopping me from being the person I want to be? A lot. A lot. So I have 6 main things that kind of has shown up in my life as blocks. The first one, my emotions and my moods. The second one is abandonment and just fear of judgment, which we make up a lot of times. The third one is disgust. I'll explain that later, but just a disgust with people. The fourth one is being seen. So people seeing me in any way. Connection to God is the fifth one, which I'll probably go more into detail about some of these deeper topics on my Patreon, because it can be difficult with YouTube because I have such a wide audience and people are at different levels in their journey. So I'm probably only going to be sharing the super deep things on a paid platform just to protect my energy. And then sixth, the last one, is physical blocks. So I noticed that I push away physical affection. So like even hugging my sister, petting cats, giving anybody hugs, I resist it. So we're going to go into depth, okay, about what I learned and hopefully can help you if you struggle with any of those things. So first was my moods, emotions, and I'm going to put timestamps for where each thing is right here so you can skip to that part if you don't resonate with what I'm saying right now. So emotions, my overall overarching belief about emotions is that my emotions are stopping me from pursuing what I want to pursue. I wake up every morning and I have this sense of dread. I don't know if you wake up too and you feel uneasy, but I wake up almost every morning and I feel a sense of dread because I haven't shown up for myself in the way that I should be showing up for myself. And if I did, I showed up for myself for the wrong reasons. The belief that I have about my emotions and about pretty much everything is that I always let myself down. It's a constant pattern where I feel like I do really good and then I mess it up somehow and I let myself down. And it's proven in cycles. So if you have some kind of emotion, maybe it is because of a cycle that's occurring in your life. So what I learned about emotions as well is that they're teachers. Your emotions are guides. They're not just there to be there. I don't know why I suppressed my emotions for so long, and I would hear people say, don't suppress your emotions. And I didn't think I was. I really didn't think I was suppressing my emotions. But I truly was. I was just ignoring them, hoping they would go away. Also, another belief I had about my emotions was that I thought that my emotions were just there because of conditioning. And because, they've always been there. And so I just have to change that emotion and just feel happiness and act like I'm happy. But the deep unsettling feeling was always there. You have to address the emotions, and I didn't realize that. But I changed my beliefs in this journaling session, and I'll go more into depth about that probably on Patreon. which my Patreon release date is going to get pushed back. I've been working on a bunch of different things, so it's probably going to be in the next week it'll release. So then I asked myself, how can I work with negative emotions and have a good day? You have to physically work with the emotions in your body. What brought me a lot of peace is the fact that I can go outside and I can sit on the ground. I can lean against a tree like this. And a lot of times it eases my pain. Trees are energetically grounded. It sounds crazy, but genuinely being with these beautiful trees, they can transmute the hard feelings that you're feeling. And they just pretty much absorb all of your negativity. And so working with my body, doing yoga, moving my body, exercising. And when you exercise, imagine all the pain and the emotions that you're feeling finally be releasing from your body. And just acknowledge where the pain is. Like, where do you feel it in your body? A lot of times I feel like the pain stuck in my heart. And I just simply put my hand on my heart and release it. I move my arms back and forth to inch the pain out of my body, if that makes sense. Because these pains are not just mental pains, they're physical as well. A lot of the pain is trauma trapped in your body. You can't release a physical pain with your thoughts. You have to release it with your body movements, if that makes sense. So that was my moods. Next is my abandonment. This was the biggest one. Overall, before I get into this, I learned to keep my heart open. And I learned that everyone is still learning, including me. So going into it, my fear is abandonment and judgment. So I started off like, when I'm around people, let me start over. When I'm around myself, I feel empowered and I feel super strong. And then when I explain to other people maybe what I'm going through or what I'm feeling, even a tiny bit, and they don't agree with me even a tiny bit, I feel so small. So I ask myself, why do I feel so small? And I realized it's because they differ in opinion from me. And when somebody differs from opinion from me, I feel like they're going to override what I believe. I learned that I don't have to defend my beliefs. And I also learned that my beliefs are growing. And I was asking myself, how can only my voice matter when there's so many voices out there? And I realized that not only my voice matters, everybody's voice matters. If someone disagrees from me, that's their truth. And if I disagree from someone else, it's my truth. There's no right or wrong, inherent right or wrong, that anybody knows for sure. My mission is to live according to my values and my happiness. And my beliefs can change. I'm open to listening to other people's beliefs and seeing if they align with what I believe. But right now I'm in the transition phase from inherited identity to self-created identity. And I'm still learning to trust my inner voice and to trust my connection with God. And I have learned, this is kind of all over the place, but I hope you're resonating with some of the things I'm saying. But I've learned that speaking up equals rejection. But I have to unlearn that, because speaking up does not equal rejection or being wrong. But my patterns used to be, when people push back, when I share things, I self-isolate and I doubt what I said. I'm like, maybe I just shouldn't talk. And all of those beliefs that I had, things like maybe I shouldn't talk, maybe I just should shut up and let them be right, that's all conditioning. So when people disagree with me, it does not mean that my truth is wrong. And it does not mean that their truth and their perspectives is wrong either. And the big paradox that I learned about is that many people can hold different truths in the same life at the same time. My truth right now is my current understanding, and it can change throughout my life, and it will change throughout my life. I've also learned to present my beliefs as an opinion and not a fact. And to say things like, I respect you seeing things differently. This is just something I'm exploring right now. And to hear so many reflections, to hear so many perspectives and to reflect. My goal with all of this abandonment and judgment is to hear others, yet stay grounded in myself and to not feel threatened. Right now, I'm still at a point where I feel threatened. My beliefs feel fragile. I don't want anybody to mess up what I believe. And so here's some of my beliefs. Maybe these resonate with you. I need to not share my opinions. I need to shut her out. I need to protect my beliefs. If I listen, I might get pulled back into the old way of believing. I saw all of those thoughts as weaknesses, but I'm reframing my mind that those are just a developmental stage and it's part of my body defending myself. I imagine my growing sense of identity as a little tiny plant that hasn't gotten its roots yet. Like just a tiny plant. And I haven't got my roots yet. And anytime I share what I'm starting to believe, it feels like someone's stepping on my plant, preventing me from even growing and getting my roots. I'm still in my developmental stage and I have to embrace that. I also feel like I can't sit on YouTube and teach people because I don't deserve to teach people because I'm still learning. But then I realized I'm learning my whole life. My whole life is going to be full of knowledge, and if I can help somebody else, that's my goal. When I express my feelings to people, part of me feels they must know better. So if I'm sitting here and sharing my opinion with somebody, it feels like they're overriding what I truly believe and that I have to believe what they believe. And this comes from, even unintentionally in my family, sometimes what did she say? Oh. Sometimes it felt like they were forcing me to believe certain things, but that doesn't come from a negative place. I realize that people just want the best for me, honestly, and the best thing to do is to try and get your child to believe what you believe, and that's okay. I wrote down, when my understanding is more grounded and my opinions start to take root, then when I have these open discussions, it won't be so threatening. That's why I'm coming onto YouTube and sharing this, because it's helping me just as much as it's helping you. I haven't been able to share certain things because I've been afraid of all these things I'm telling you right now, judgment, all of this. And so just putting it out there is helping me right now get over the fears. And I've always seen conversations about this kind of thing as the battle of two truths. But in reality, conversations are just two shared perspectives. And this right here, what I'm about to tell you, literally changed my life. It has changed my life. I just found this out, but it literally has changed my life. I think of conversations now as two people sharing their favorite foods. Think about it. Like, I always think of like deep conversations as someone trying to battle me and like get their opinion into my head and try to make me believe what they believe. That's why I've been quiet all the time. That's why I'm pretty quiet. But when you realize that it's literally just people sharing their favorite food. So it's like, if someone's like, oh, I love seafood, you're like, oh my gosh, tell me more. Oh, I don't think I like seafood. You can try seafood and you're like, yeah, no, I don't like it. But that's cool that you like it, if that makes sense. Listening is not surrendering. And I'm also allowed to explore ideas without the need to finalize them. Open my heart, I wrote down. I have to keep my heart open. When I feel like my heart needs to close, I open it back up. So, disgust and being zoned out are the two core things that I've been struggling with. So, I'll explain the disgust thing because you're probably a little confused. But disgust starts as me pushing people away and getting disgusted by small behaviors about them, like their chewing or the way they talk, or why are you sharing your beliefs? Like just tiny little things that it seems like I'm an evil person. I'm like, why am I so disgusted by everyone in my life right now? I realize that my mind is pushing people away. And when I become disgusted by someone, it makes it easier for me to push myself back and not fall into the trap of what they're trying to make me believe. See, this whole thing goes around protecting my plant, like I told you about. My plant is my beliefs. They haven't taken root yet. And so I'm so afraid of anyone trying to alter what I believe. And so I push people away and I become disgusted by them. An emotion also that isn't expressed comes out as judgment, irritability, disgust. I become hypersensitive to these tiny little things. So when I become super disgusted by someone, it's because I haven't felt like I'm able to express myself the way that they are. Everyone talks to me and tells me their opinion. I kind of shut down because I'm not allowed to say anything in my head. I have to shut down. I have to be the one to be quiet because their opinion has to be always right because they think they talk more than me and they think more than me. That's not always the case. Unable to be my authentic self causes extreme disgust. And questioning my beliefs causes me to be critical as well. That's another reason. When I'm questioning my own beliefs, I kind of become more critical of other people. I just have to remind myself that they're expressing themselves in their own way. It usually passes when you feel like you have space and permission to be yourself. And so that really ties into being zoned out all the time. I've been zoned out for so long because I've been suppressing my emotions. Like I'm only zoned in, quote unquote, when I'm around myself. And the only person / space I'm allowed to share my ideas is around myself. So that's why I'm zoned out around everyone and everything, because I don't express myself. Being vulnerable to pain is a part of human connection to God. I realize that I pray and I'm connected to God in my own way. But when I am disconnected from others, I'm disconnected from God because God created everybody. I'll leave it at that. Feeling afraid to be close to people next. I have also noticed that I can't really hug anybody. I push people away, even with animals. I expect them to leave, and I don't want them in my space, but I really crave them in my space, if that makes sense. So I try to abandon them before they abandon me, if that makes sense. And it's with every little thing, like being close to anything. And I realized that a hug in my eyes equals an internal alarm. My body is literally pushing away, repelling. It is saying, this is vulnerable, I'll get hurt. And that leads into all of me protecting my plant, me protecting myself, and not wanting to fall into the trap, quote unquote, of what other people are trying to make me believe. It just feels like the world's against me, but you have to realize that the world is not against you. It's protection. All of these coping mechanisms that my body does is not failure, it's protection, because this is all my physical body can do, is to just sound these alarms. My energy keeps a safe distance. It's instinct. Vulnerability is not danger. Internal attunement. Feel safe in your body. Imagine someone you trust entering your safety. This is one of the new rituals I'm going to start doing, is laying down and feeling safe in my body. And then imagining someone like my sister, my mom, my brother, somebody really close to me, laying down beside me and allowing them to share that space with me. It's hard because mentally I've blocked people off, but I need to start welcoming people in to feel safe. I need to start welcoming safe people in, is what I'm saying. Safe people into my energy. You have to learn that physical closeness isn't dangerous. That's what I have to learn. But my body overall is protecting my growing sense of self, and resistance isn't wrong, it's protection. I'm literally in the process of learning how to exist fully in my own energy while still letting others in. And that is an advanced emotional skill. And it goes into every aspect of my life, all the way down to petting cats and dogs. One tactic I'm going to start working on, and maybe you can start working on if all of this helped you, is the 10-second rule. To do something for 10 seconds longer. So eye contact, to feel closer to somebody for just 10 seconds. Maybe instead of, for me, I abandon first on phone calls and I say I need to hang up first so that they don't abandon me. Isn't that so weird how my body is? But it's the tiny things. So instead of hanging up first and saying, okay, I gotta go, hang up, I wait 10 seconds and sit with the anxiety for 10 seconds. And also, you can say, this is my anxiety, not reality. Observe feelings, allow discomfort. And lastly, I'll leave you with this, is to have an anchor. It can be a ring that you wear. It can be a necklace. You can touch your heart. You can hold a rock. But your anchor allows you to be more... Your anchor allows you to outcast the fear that you're feeling. Your anchor allows you to drop into your body, I should say. And when you're in a tough situation, all you need to do is grab your anchor. So I put my hand on my heart and say that it's just your anxiety, not reality, and observe what your body's doing. Stay connected, because being connected to yourself is not dangerous at all. In fact, you're leveling up even faster. I hope that you got something from this video. I hope this helped you. I'll see you next time. This is a kind of long video. Bye.